Hello, 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 and welcome to the live stream happy hour. My name's Eric Brayman. I'm the Arts Education Program Manager with Lane Arts Council and your host for the live stream happy hour. And I am so very excited to welcome onto the happy hour today, Lola Buckwald. Lola, hello.
Eric. Hi.
So excited to have you here. So excited to have you here and learn so much more about your art and see some of the beautiful work that you've been doing. I'm going to go ahead and give the introduction, and then we're going to jump right on into it with you. So for y'all who are tuning into the live stream happy hour for the first time, we started this over a year ago when the pandemic first broke out as a way for our community to still connect with artists. As you know, there's been a lot of limited opportunities for us to have those connections in person. And so in this digital sphere, we were able to bring artists here to the audience to get connected, but also for the audience to connect with new artists that are out here in the community. So thank you for tuning in and for supporting this. Please share this out on your networks to help promote our artists that are featured here on the happy hour and make sure that we can continue to promote the amazing artistic work that is happening in our community. This is also an opportunity for us to remind you of the incredible value of the arts in our community. And the value of the arts and the success of the arts requires you. It requires your contribution and your support to make it happen. So we encourage you to please go and make a contribution to a civil rights organization or an arts organization doing meaningful work that you connect to today. And we know that many people who do not donate to one organization often donate to multiple organizations. So after you make that contribution to someplace you love, go and find a second location to also drop a donation along the way. Lane Arts might be one of those places, but we also know there's so many other arts organizations that also need support. So please go out and make a contribution to the organization that is right for you. All right. Enough about me. Today is all about Lola and the amazing community that she gets to promote in her heart and her art. So Lola, hello. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your art form that you practice.
Thank you. Nice introduction. Yes, art is important. Absolutely. We do want people to go on and support for sure. Thank you. See, I love this. I love this show. Dang it, Eric. Thank you. We need this. Artists need this. And so my name is Lola Buckwald, and I am what were we going to say? We were going to say that I am a self-taught fine art teacher. And I have taken drawing classes before, but never painting classes. I hope that someday I can do that. I think that being a self-taught artist, I have just learned so much every single time I do a painting. You know what I mean? So I'm very into painting, I'm learning a lot. I always tell people, like, watch out, in 5 years, I'll be killing it. You know what I mean? I'm going to be killing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's fun to see my growth, just even in the last year, no lie, and last couple for sure. So that's why I just feel I can just see it. I can see the growth.
I love it. So yeah, so we'll get to talk a little bit more about that you're a self-taught artist, and y'all, for haven't seen Lola's work, get ready for it because you will not believe that she is self-taught. The skill set is really incredible that you've been able to access. So super excited to be able to have you on here today. And portraiture is something that you mentioned is something that's a really big part of the work that you do, but there's a very specific focus to your portraiture that I'm really excited to also show to the audience today. So walk us through a little bit, what is your process for painting someone's portrait? Because portrait is one of the big focuses that you have in your art. So how do you choose a subject, and what is your process for painting them?
I love that question. And even like the more I think about it, the more it just really fits into my life. So I am someone that I like to feel uncomfortable. And high school art, even when I was at LC, like I said, I avoided portraits at all costs. I could not figure it out, could not get the faces right. I avoided it, right? So I know it sounds kind of interesting, but I just made myself do it. So I've just been trying and go. I just made myself. Actually, I should have sent you some pictures of my, my first attempts. Um, it's kind of sad, but no, but it's good. It was learning. So it's something that it was not natural for me. I've been having to really work at this, and I love doing. So I started doing like I know, you know what I mean.
Say that again. I think you broke up just a second there. You started with what?
I started with kids, painting my kids, painting people that I have allergies.
Yeah, my allergies immediately started acting up as soon as the video started. So I apologize for wiping my eyes so much. I can't get it to stop, and eventually it'll go away.
Oh, so sorry. Yeah.
I know I'm looking around for Kleenexes, and I'm like, why? So you started with family. So tell me a little bit about what that process was like, kind of jumping in and starting to paint with your family first.
Well, because those are my subjects that are readily available, right? I don't have to worry, right, and yada yada. And so kind of natural start for me, just painting the people around me. And like I said, I wish I next time I'm going to show you some of those. It's but when I'm painting, I like to the person I'm painting, I like to think about them. I'm doing it. Whether it's like I know them, or maybe even just talk on the phone. You know what I mean? Like if it's I really just need to know the person because I painting. There's a lot of hours spent. You can think of that person, try to get that vibe in that they have so they bring out. Just try to true to them as well as myself.
Yeah.
The slide that you're showing now is actually me dabbling just recently in the last couple months with graphic, so some visual art. So and these are all basically family member friends that left Corner, Niley, and Zoe. They're at one of the protests in my son Eugene up there, and the times that's my daughter Erica and my other daughter Dayla, and then there's Lakaya in the background, and then the middle picture was that first braids. So when he got his first cornrows, experience.
I love it. I love it. And you can see even just in these examples of your ability to capture some really dynamic poses and compositions, right? This example right here of this angle of a face, that's a really hard angle to make look really appealing and beautiful and capture that kind of perspective on a person. And you clearly are really exploring the realm of portraiture, even just in these in some of these pictures that you're showing here of close family, of different angles of looking at it or different ways of highlighting what's special in that moment. You talk about this cornrow picture and really having just this beautiful angle that's looking directly down on this very special moment in their life. And I heard you saying, I know there was some breakup there, but that you really focus on getting to know the person because you spend so much time with them or with the art, bringing them to life, it sounds like, in your work. So maybe for those folks who aren't family, what is that process like, getting to know somebody who's maybe new into your life or that you don't know as closely as a family member?
So I am lucky because my been working on last year have really incorporated that. So with painting, I actually sit with the person and a little interview and try to get to know them. We go over like the similarities between art and music across, and so be really good friends with people we have on Painting the Beat. Also just with missions that I've done, for some reason, yeah, it's never been anyone that's random. It's really been people that know me from someone, or so we chat. I like to get to just want to know what exactly, like you said, like their vibe is. So I just really like personality. I'm trying to capture, because like when you're painting, it is really like I'm in my head. I am thinking about this person. It's like it means a lot to me to be listening to their music, to be thinking about them. I just really put that in the layers. And sometimes I try to explain on like a crazy artist, but it's like I feel like it locks that energy away in the layers. It's the crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the process is just as important as the final product. It sounds like that, especially because you're painting a lot of people who are artists, who are musicians, R&B artists and rappers, and to be able to have those beats that they are creating in the studio with you while you're painting, they do find their way into it, right? Whether it's texture or it's just the feeling and emotion that comes out in it. So I'm going to share another piece right here, which I believe is one of our local artists. So tell us a little bit, maybe walk us through this particular one, because you've got a kind of step-by-step samples with the work right here. So tell us a little bit kind of how you got from step one here to the final product here.
Yeah, he is an organ, and he incorporates reggae and hip hop. Kind of has like a really cool feel to it. It almost reminds me of like Kaimani Marley, almost. But this one, this is the example that I was talking about, where I didn't know Rafa, but a friend, I knew him, but we connected, and him and his girlfriend have become really good friends of mine, and we've been working on other projects since. I just like showing the process to like the steps, because like I was saying, it means a lot to me. I get into the painting process. I wanted to put the lion behind him, to really, that's really embodies his spirit. I also love putting a little bit of color on anybody's face that I'm painting, just to sort of represent like how the world around us, worrying, it's always going to reflect, on us.
Yeah, I really love that. I love that element of color as a very intentional choice, and that idea of environment really being a part of that self-portrait, that they're not depicted in isolation, but they're actually depicted in relationship to the things that you're putting around them as well. That's a really beautiful idea to pull into it, and a way to consider portraiture beyond just the individual, but the context in which they're living, is what I hear in that.
Absolutely. It's been a challenge for me as well, because I don't know exactly how to do it, but I'm figuring out my own process. I'll put too much color and I'll have to go back out. It's a process for me, but it just means a lot to me to try and add some of that. The world around us, we do reflect that, and we show it. So it's important for me too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that I can't imagine an artist that's out there who says that they are not learning as they're creating, right? That is, if anything was defining what an artist is, it is somebody who never understands that they will never be fully learned, right? They are always an active learner, that every time they create something, there should be a discovery somewhere in there, right? And what I hear you saying is, with every portrait that you do, with every person that you meet, there's new discoveries that come into it for you, of new techniques that you can incorporate, that you've realized you can use, or new ways that you can depict emotion or energy or community in your paintings. And you can really see it. I mean, just in this picture, you've got this, and I'm going to praise you, so get ready, because this is going to be a lot of praise coming your way through the course of this live stream. You really do a wonderful job of this wonderful smooth texture, really beautifully blended colors up here in the face. And then there's this wonderful rough texture, this different form of energy that juxtaposes with the face, and that helps this person as the character of your artwork, and this person whose portrait who you're honoring through this portrait, really be the focus, even though there is this other element that's right here in the background. And then you've got the clothing that kind of matches the texture of this lion head in the back. You know, there's a lot of things that I think well-trained artists would probably look at this and be like, oh, she's definitely trained, right? This is somebody who knows what they're doing with how to manipulate the paints and make them work in the way that to tell a story. And you can see that in your work, that there's a lot of intentional choice that you're making here, even if it's discovery choice. And so it's really exciting to see that come from somebody who is not coming from a classical training background, because really you are free of the limitations that sometimes comes with a training of expectation of how to do it based on how it's always been done. But instead, you're just kind of picking and pulling and grabbing and honing into the things that maybe are a challenge, but you like to take on, or that just speak to you as a potential element to pull into this. So that feels really exciting to me as somebody who has gotten to see a number of your artworks now that have been sent over. So yeah, tell me a little bit about kind of that choice making for you. How do you make those choices for each character, for where each portrait, as you do the smooth versus textured kind of stuff?
Well, thank you. I appreciate that huge. Thank you. That's something that I've kind of leaned towards, is the focus is on the person, and my focus is on the person, the shapes of their face, the shadows, the light, their look, the lips, just that look. That focus. Then as I go, I like to get a little more, and personal preference, the way that I focus that person.
Oh, we might have just lost Lola, so we'll hang tight and see if maybe she's able to come back on her device. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a few more of her amazing artworks. And she might be signing back on right now. So hang tight with us. Thank you. This is a live stream. Thank you for hanging tight. For anybody who's out there that might have a question for Lola or reactions to some of the work that she's creating, please feel free to use the comment section right there and drop some thoughts and reactions. Awesome. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and bring one up as you're coming back on, Lola. Welcome. Erica Jennings just wanted to share, so amazing, so much love going into each painting. Absolutely, absolutely agree, Erica. So
Thank you,
I think you
Erica.
got cut off there a little bit from the thing, but tell us, try and pick up maybe where you were at, Lola, with what you were sharing.
Okay, thank you, baby girl. So that's kind of what love you saying that, because as an artist too, when we're doing something and it's really just coming from within, like I'm focusing on your face, and that is what I want to focus on. And as we go, those things don't really, it's not the highlight of picture for me. Jacket, these things are not the highlight. Your face, Raphael.
Yeah, so being able to use those techniques to really highlight that. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this was so fun. The queen of this one too, like I said, we've gotten to be really good friends, right? And so we've done collaborations now. He has a catering business, which is super dope. And so we use this painting as the logo on his he makes.
Oh, I love that. That's really cool. So not only are you creating an artwork that really celebrates these individuals, but then they're able to take your art and use it to also promote the work that they're doing as an artist. So it really is an exchange in so many ways.
Oh, it's a total exchange. Absolutely, 100%. Yes. Yes.
I love it. Well, I want to move forward
This
and,
one,
and engage a little bit more conversation around some how you choose your subjects. And it's clear kind of in some of the work that has been said over that you're really drawn to celebrating and promoting BIPOC individuals, especially BIPOC artists, Black, Indigenous, persons of color who identify as artists and who are family members, community members in your network. Tell us what draws you to that celebration and promotion of those individuals in your art.
yeah. So, you know, this is actually kind of a natural transition. So I think a really cool question though for people who don't know me, or my family, or we're involved in. Um, I I right now, especially, I'm part of a collective. I have friends and family, friends of family that serve to me are the people that I paint. So a
Mm.
lot of these pictures that you're seeing are directly related to me. I don't know if you have that first slide, but
Yeah, let me go and grab that
also,
for you.
yeah, just um, like let's say the Kobe Bryant that I painted. Obviously, I'm a big basketball fan, and my son is as well, and so he painted that for us, um, and that meant a lot to him to have that painting done. Other than that, it is mostly people that I know directly. Yes. Um, and as a woman artist, I really admire Frida. So of course I have to paint her. I actually taught that one in an art class I did. So that was the one I painted in art class. My son, Tejan Conte, he is the one in the crown, the handsome little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Below Kobe is my little brother Promise. He goes by Kinky on social media. Um, Man, that boy fire too. He is on fire. Um, on the top of the list, music wise, in Nigeria. Very cool. And then
Amazing.
Kunu, he's come up. He came up from nothing. That boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Um, Kunu is one of my best friends, a sister that I grew up with. That is her partner. I really, really had so much fun with that one too. Just really trying to be free with myself, trying to capture Kunu's vibe in that painting was so fun. Um, some of his lyrics talk about the buffalo, and so I decided to put that behind him, and it just works out perfectly. I love that painting so much. Yeah, added his new
Yeah,
tattoos on there too. Pretty excited about that one. That's fun. Yeah.
I love
Kunu
it.
is
So it's
also
so it's clear what I'm hearing from you is family and close networks that that's one of the things that because we often live and so many of us come from segregated spaces where a lot of the folks who surround us are folks who look like us and who have the same racial identity as us. And that's not necessarily true for your upbringing and for the community that you call home. Your community is really connected to these individuals. These are people who are family, who are friends. And it's your celebration is a celebration of your community, is what I hear in what you're saying there.
it's kind of undeniable because
Mm-hmm.
that's how I started as an artist. Like I said, I pick the people around me, especially since I started portrait work. Started with my kids directly, and then
Mm-hmm.
moved on to and lovers. Just people that mean something to me. That is how I show my affection as well. I think, which I know sounds funny, but I like to paint people that inspire me. And
Mm-hmm.
this I painted Damian Lillard that I just loved is, I also love his basketball, but listened to his music as I was painting that portrait. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How cool is that? I was like, oh my God, my basketball hero. And then, listening to his music while I'm painting, it was really dope. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. So I also hear that like music is a really important part of your process. I've heard that a couple times from listening to the music that is being created by the people that you're painting. And I think this kind of gets to one of the projects that you're working on, which is painting the beat. Do you want to give us maybe a quick overview of painting the beat while I pull up one of the images of that?
I so do. This is my baby. This project is a collaboration with so many of my uh, good friends that I've had for a minute, and some that I'm just making. I mean, seriously, this is the coolest project ever. And that is, again, thank you for having me on so I can kind of talk about it. Um, Painting the Beat is actually the first series was the brainchild of Traylon Day from Day in the Life, and we talked about how me being sort of an underground artist and an unknown artist in Eugene, I wanted to connect people in Eugene, kind of grassroots underground music, and find the connect. How are they getting out? How are they pushing their music? Where are their fans coming from? What is their creative process, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, kind of just through discussions, um, I wanted to paint some people in the community and then just have an art show at the end and just, have my art show, right? And Trey was like, no, 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 no. This is what we're going to do. Get a videographer, we're gonna do interviews, we're gonna do reveal parties, we're gonna, this whole thing. At the moment I was like, yeah, say no more, let's do this. I didn't think like financially what it would take or anything like that, but it actually has a lot of connections able to
Oh, and it looks like Lola might have popped off there again. I'm sure she'll be back in just a second. For those who are watching, Lola's work is absolutely beautiful, really engaging, incredible celebration of artists in our community. You can see right here, we've got M5 Vibe right here on here, and some other incredible artists from our community. And Traylon, who Lola was talking about, is a total rock star. He was on the live stream happy hour a few weeks ago, and such a great promoter of artists in our community. So welcome back, Lola. I was just catching people up on the amazing work that you've been doing with Traylon and how awesome he and Day in the Life Entertainment have been for promoting artists. So it sounds like Traylon took you to the next step and said, let's not just have a show at the end. Let's really document what you're doing while you're painting. Is that right?
yes, and I'm sorry using me. It's my phone, and I apologize. Sorry.
You're so good. We're excited to have you here,
yeah.
and feel free to keep going. Yeah.
Thank you. So yes, Traylon took it to the next level for sure. What ended up happening here was even better than what we were thinking. We really wanted to highlight, like we said, underground musicians in Eugene. So it's all on YouTube. With Day in the Life Entertainment, Painting the Beat with Lola Buckwald. Take you through their process, music alongside process of painting in their portrait, and then they get the portrait. And we're still working on getting some more merchandise made, but we've put some of them on sweaters, t-shirts, and kind of can get those out to their fans to sell those as well. Super fun because we teamed up with an amazing human in our community, Deontay, and he owns Positive Energy Only.
Mm-hmm.
Website, check out all of this stuff. So Positive Energy Only, and he has helped us with the merchandise for Painting the Beat. The top there is Julian Outlaw, and really capturing his vibe for sure in that photo. I love this. I love that painting of him with the purple coat, this look. Um, it's when his heads were a little shorter. He's an amazing artist, Julian Outlaw. You can also follow him on IG. Um, and then, next to him, featuring Ife's kind of classy, bougie look there. He is the Joker, which is, I'm sure a lot of people have heard of him as well. He does music videos, commercials, promotion. Uh, he's really kind of on fire in Eugene with video.
Mm-hmm.
His fur coat, his drip, and then yeah.
I love it. Yeah, something that I really love in this one, actually, I just want to pop back up here. It's another really great example of how you find these really magical ways to create, fun in your paintings as well. Like this feels like it's saying he's dripping in gold, right? The glamour, the luxury kind of piece that's built into this painting, from the fur coat to this like dripping gold kind of feeling. It's really fun, and it's you can see that you are having a lot of fun in the work that you're doing as a painter as well, to find these really unique ways to highlight these kind of character elements of the people that you're painting.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Eric, and that is very true. That one was so fun with his fur coat, and I definitely needed that boy to be pinned, definitely dripping in gold. He's doing fantastic, and that portrait, probably one thing about when we did the reveal is he told his wife and I that he wants that portrait at his funeral.
Wow. What an honor to have something like that stated, that this is something that feels so connected to who they are, that they see it as something that really deeply connects to that important moment in the trajectory of their legacy, right? What a gift to have that heard, I imagine.
Oh, I mean, it means a lot to me. It's like, it was really special to put like all of my heart into. So hearing that from Ife, it really, it's my soul. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's not easy, women in the hip hop field. She is R&B, especially in Eugene. That's not a lot happening. That's not a lot, And so talking to her was really cool. Just kind of getting her being involved, kind of in a male-dominated field there. That was really, really gorgeous.
Yeah.
And
So
Amia Nectar.
Amia is who is right here. Yeah, I love hearing what you're saying there too. That in your process, it's of course like highlighting people that you know and people who are rocking it, but also being able to like really bring up some of these folks who maybe are kind of falling under the radar. I hear as a big part of this painting the beat is to really bring some attention to this incredible, what may be considered underground, but when you're in the space, of course, it's not very underground, right? And so, but to be able to pull that up and really make sure that's something that our community is able to know about and really celebrate, and especially to make sure that there's equity in who you're representing, I also hear is something that you're trying to bring in.
Yeah, and no, absolutely. And each one of these paintings, and each one of the people in these paintings work really hard at their craft. Music is, it takes a lot of yourself as well, and your lyrics. The other two, the one next to her is M55, and hearing his story as well, and he is a veteran who is very, very very new to the music world. He started with spoken word, and now he's just killing it.
Yeah, M5 is also, just going to plug it out there, because I've gotten to do poetry next to M5, and I have always felt like he is such an expert of his craft, of the wordsmithing and rhythm that he's able to find in his work. I have always admired it ever since I've seen him in the poetry scene, and watching him transition into the music scene has been so exciting, and really just incredible work that he's been pulling out. And he did some really awesome music videos this past year that were beautifully shot. The team that he worked with killed it. It's really awesome stuff.
And it was East. So East filmed that video ahead of state.
Sorry, say that again.
So the paint with the coat, he on that filmed state video.
Nice.
Yes.
And I love that.
And they did. Mm-hmm. Yes. It's, Eugene is. I love it. But yeah, he's amazing. Yeah, he killed that video. And that's the thing with M5 is that was so fun to talk about is we both feel really new in our art form. And so it's fun when we talk, because we just give each other props, just give each other support. He's been a huge supporter of mine. Always just, he'll just send little messages like, "You rocking it, girl. I saw this," and you know what I mean. So he's just been like a really cool, supportive, artistic kind of. He knows how it is. He knows how it is to try to get yourself out there, and that's
definitely.
Yeah.
So with this project, with Painting the Beat, can you tell me a little bit about how can our community support the Painting the Beat project that's going on, and how can they promote you, the artist, the project? How can they support you in this work that y'all are doing?
So the thing that I love is we do collaborate with a lot of people, and we are trying to get sponsorships, because the video themselves cost money, and I do want to pay my videographer. Sean is a really good workflows, but this is his as well, and so I am paying him for his services, and then all the other things that we have to pay for. So we've had people offer to us that we do some fundraising, which is amazing. Thank you. Like I was listening to the NAACP, Lola Buckwald, Happy, which is hair artists in pursuit of inclusion. And you can actually find at hairmothers_541, and they've been huge supporters of mine. I'm working on getting a mural actually.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I know.
Will that be your first mural when you work on that?
No, I've done a lot of murals. Being a low income single mom, that's what we do. we trade. I've done a lot of trade.
I love that.
Murals, dance studios, so that my kids can have free dance lessons. The list goes on. Coffee shops so that I can have free coffee. Yeah. No, I have done a lot of murals, and let's see, we've got Mia Bowman Mays. She is amazing. She's another supporter that's come on. She's going to do some catering for the Randy Ross that we're doing.
Nice.
That's actually part of dance mural right there. You see, I feel like that's my alter ego right there. That's me. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I recall that as soon as I asked the question, I was like, wait a minute, she sent me over a couple of pictures that are specifically murals. Eric.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Like, that's just part of it. But that's a dance studio, identity dance, so that my girls, it's close to my house, and they were able to take dance free. So that's just kind of giving props right there to Traylon and Day in the Life and Aiden James, my videographer. Kind of some of our projects that we've done. The picture, you can't really see it. The one with the green around it, that is Cruiser Your. He is a phenomenal beat making, crazy, that boy. So him and I actually did a little thing where we called it Skillshare, and Brian Morrison is working on getting that out for us, where he showed how to make beats and him how to paint his portrait. It's really funny. It's so cute. We did an interactive thing with that.
Nice. So, sorry to bring it back to the question. I got us a little distracted as I was clicking around. I didn't realize that my screen share was on, so I apologize for the distraction there. But I heard some of the ways that people can support the Painting the Beat project is sponsorship and making contributions that way. Following and promoting, I hear, is one of the big things as well to help out with that, which may, again, assist with some of those sponsorships that you're looking for, because the more views, of course, the greater ask potential that you have to folks. And being kind of an advocate for it in our community, because, you know, what I love about this project that you're working on with Painting the Beat with this team is it's not just about you, it's about you and the artists that you're representing and the art that you're creating. It's about the promotion of the community. It's about really highlighting this incredible group of artists in our community. And so when they're investing in this project, they're not just investing in you, they're investing in the promotion of all of these artists across our community.
In fact, they're barely investing in me. A lot of it goes towards, like I said, the making the videos, you know, my team, my crew. To pay everyone. I'm not gonna pay, you know, I gotta pay top dollar, and just they're so worth it. If you've seen the videos, I mean, Aiden just smashes them so beautiful. He specializes in music videos, so the videos he makes for us are just layered and fun and entertaining. Very cool. I just want people to go to Day in the Life on YouTube, Lola Buckwald Painting the Beat. And I also just want to mention really quick, I know we're going to have to kind of finish up here, but our project is Painting the Beat Part 2, and we're calling it Paving the Way. So this is actually the brainchild of Maurice Ross, a friend of ours, who grew up. His parents, Randy and Sarah Ross, actually were, they founded the Martin Luther King Jr. celebration in Eugene, and they ran it for 30 years. With Honey, offering our new ethnic youth that I love, adore, can't say enough about. Please visit and check them out. It's kind of a space for our BIPOC children. Anyone's invited, all inclusive. It does focus around our kids. And so he's had really good examples, right? And so after we finished Painting the Beat, I was talking with Traylon and Maurice, and we were chatting, and I was like, guys, I'm not done. I love doing this. I love, like, this vibe. Let's, you know, what should we do? And Maurice was just like, girl, we got to do these Black pioneers in Eugene, right? And then as it kind of, like, pioneers is kind of a strong word, because we could go back so far, so many, you know what I mean? And we just started thinking of people that directly affected our lives or inspired us or that we've worked with. And Traylon being, he was the president, of course, the LCC's Black Student Union. So his connection is very strong. It was kind of hard to narrow it down, you know, to amazing people. And that's kind of how this next step is going, you know? A lot of these people I do know, and some of them I don't. And so it's really cool making these connections and just hearing their stories. You know, I'm almost done with Randy's portrait. That's the one that was kind of on the front screen of this. Just fun to hear his stories, you know, that go back to the 70s with reggae and hip hop and jazz, you know, starting all of these things. And then we're going to do Aisha Elliott. She has a really beautiful podcast, Black Girl from Eugene. We're going to do Eric, and that's kind of, you know, how the NAACP is going to kind of, you know, help us do some fundraising too. Amazing human, does so many things. Also a jazz player. And then
I just want to bring this up while you're talking about it. So this is a sample of one of the art pieces that is a part of the second round. And this is who were you mentioning that this is a portrait of in the works?
This one is Randy Ross.
Randy Ross, awesome.
Yes, and he, like I was saying, so him and his wife Sarah are the ones that did. Well, they've done so much, but just as started the Martin Luther King Jr. celebration. He's done a lot of talks and activism, and then his music is beautiful. His drums and his vocals, absolutely amazing human. Has amazing kids, all of his kids. That his children actually, a few of the Ross kids are the ones that have started Honey back up, and so yeah, very good example in our community. Absolutely, 100%. And we're also going to do Michael K. And like I was saying, Vanilla. And so with that, we just had a lot of people that have really come in and helped us, support us. We've got Shay Hardy Baker from Studio 541. Like I said, oh man, we have so many. Happy was another big one. Like Mia, make catering for us. Like that, I just think it's like people just wanting to be a part and helping us and supporting us. And I think everybody really does want to be able to support us in this. It's really meaning a lot to the people that we are featuring, and highlighting, all the way down to my son. I'm telling him that I'm highlighting Randy Ross. That's his best friend, grandpa. He's just like, oh yeah, Randy. It's really fun. It's really cool, and it's so if you could just follow me on IG, that's a good way to be able to get a hold of me. Lola Buckwald, Trey in the Life, Day in the Life Entertainment. That boy has my back. Like, yes. We got a lot of stuff in the works. We're not even done yet. We have so much.
It's so great, Lola. This has been such a lift of inspiration. So many names that you've brought to this conversation today that, so many areas of our community don't even recognize or know who these people are. And to be able to see this work that you're doing, that your team is doing, to really make sure that our community knows these names, celebrates these names, and honors them, whether it's people who are actively making art right now or our legacies in our community that have constantly fought against the oppressive systems within our community. It's really exciting to see this type of work being done, not just right now, but just in this community and in the communities that we're a part of. So thank you to you. Thank you to Traylon and all the team that is a part of this. I know there's a lot of people who are a part of it, and I'm sure, not every single name is able to be named, but they are there and they are appreciated. And if there's ways that we can continue to support you, folks, reach out to Lola, reach out to Traylon, let them know how you'd like to advocate and support the work that they're doing, because this is such rich, wonderful work for our community. And we are all stronger as a result of the work that you all are doing. So thank you. And I hope that there are some folks who catch this and say, yeah, I want to be a sponsor. Yes, I've got a place where we can show that. Yes, I've got some ideas of how I can contribute and help make that happen. So please, y'all, get out there and reach out, because it takes all of us coming together to make it possible.
No,
awesome.
Thank you, Eric, because honestly, what we thrive on, is when people message and they don't know us, they don't know the artist, but they want to get involved somehow, and it means so much to me. We've made so many cool connections. I am so down. Please DM me if you have any questions. You know what I mean? Absolutely, reach out to me. No,
I love it.
For real. So,
well, Lola, I got one final question for you, which sounds like it might not be too hard to answer, but I end all the live streams with this. So where are you finding inspiration right now?
Oh man, we really nailed that over the last hour. 100%. I am so into people, passion that they have, just people's talents as well, and just sharing my talent and just seeing how we can incorporate it, seeing how I can collaborate that into my painting. I'm a
Mhm.
people person, and you know, painting can be a really solitary act, but um, that's not what I like. I don't really enjoy that. So collaborate. I think that's my biggest thing. I named off like 100 people in this. You know, it
Mhm.
is. I'm not in this alone, and I don't want to be. And man, everybody really plays a part.
Yeah,
That's my
absolutely.
inspiration.
Thank you so much, Lola. And I know you mentioned that you are still learning, that you are self-taught, and there is so much more that you are excited to continue developing. Please let this be the biggest motivation I can possibly give to say you're already there and just keep going, because it is beautiful, the work that you're doing. And the comments, please go back and read the comments, because there are folks out there who are in adamant agreement of the work that you're doing. So thank you and congratulations on the incredible progress that you found in your artistry. So keep it up, and I'm cheering you on along the whole way.
Thank you, Eric. Oh my God, you're so great. I just love what you do. Thank you so much. I already told you, I'm a big fan. This is really cool. You're so easy to do, too. Look at you. I
Uh,
know. No, I appreciate really, I do though. Thank you. That was a fun conversation, and I feel like I could you know, talk for days about it.
yeah, absolutely.
You
And there's so much more to hear, and there's so much more ahead. So we're excited to hear it. So thank you
I
all for
can't
tuning in today. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just got started. Let's do this.
Thank you all so much for tuning in today. This has been the live stream happy hour. I'm Eric Brayman. This is Lola Buckwald. We will be back again in future weeks with more amazing artists to bring your way. So please check back in on the Lane Arts Council live stream happy hour on Facebook and on YouTube, and we'll keep bringing them your way. And we'll see y'all again soon. Bye.